Let's begin this video by one saying, who here remembers the old good nether fortress? You know, the nether fortress that is really helpful for the game. You know, that kind of thing. So I recently thought, hey, they're kind of outdated. They're bad. Check my server. Go, let's go check another fortress, shall we? I died. Where's my netherite armor? Give me my netherite. I want my netherite armor on. I am a god. Okay, let's begin. Also, where did I get 60 diamonds from? Let me continue. First we have, you know, your good old blaze spawner. You have your good old build. You can go down here, because I don't know how big this thing actually is. And voila, what do you know? Another fortress with two blaze spawner next to each other. Wow, that is actually a really good find. And it's in the Soul Sand Valley, too, so that's pretty cool, I guess. But listen to me. You probably came here to say, Kevin, you said you built your own nether fortress? Yes, I did. For 2 weeks straight. I'm gonna have to do this. Because why do I lose my shit? Okay, yeah, I lose my stuff whenever I die. What? I'm gonna kill myself right here. Oh! The nether I don't. Yeah, I ain't getting that shit back. You know what? Let me just do you all a favor and get myself, you know, get that diamond crap out of here. You need that netherite. We need that bling. Give me that incredibly, really bulky metal. Boom, 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 boom. I am ready for this. Okay, no, to be serious now. I'm gonna walk around the entire thing. I rebuilt the nether fortress. I built my own version of a nether fortress, and yeah, you clearly see some updates have happened. That'll be during the update video, but I'm not gonna talk about those this video. Oh shit, gotta go the other way. But I'm gonna fly, and you can see all the tiny micro updates. I'll show those all in the official update video, but let's actually go to the nether fortress and show what we have. Because I bet all of you guys would love to see this. Now, in return, I showed this last time, as this is the Hell Gates. Yes, I call it the Hell Gates because it is literally the gate to HE double hockey stick / hell. And in return, it looks dope as heck. So, in return, I redesigned the entire nether. Got some ancient debris here. Yeah, boom. Got some of this warp narcelium, gold. Who doesn't love gold? I love gold. And I turned to netherite. And I shoved out my diamond armor, and I look like a beastly god. Okay. In return, this is just my interpretation. I hope you understand this. I hope you guys like this. To make it. And let's hop in. Welcome to the Hell My first idea was to kind of make it look like a fortress. So I built this big area out of polished black stone bricks and iron bars. I always wanted to do this because it looks really cool. Now the nether update, you can. This looks really nice though. Like if you saw this, I'd love to see like a spawn generation like this. And first off, it's not even finished. I still have to finish this area and completely back here to be flooded. This is a massive building I'll be working on for like maybe a couple weeks straight. But this is my first idea. My first idea was, what if the nether fortress, or fortress as it's called in the game name, what if it was abandoned? What if it was a big fossil or big building structure that was abandoned? So, in return, I first kind of built it using all this. First, I started off making this main cool-looking hub area. I made it look like this is a giant building, and then it collapsed. Kind of debris with the debris on with that on the side there, and then we have like the table over here. A bunch of all the details are just really small, like the bookcases, because maybe people used to live in these areas. And 1 second, my ear itched. This is just meme content territory. Netherite scrap, I'm gonna throw you there, because one, you are beautiful. I'm not gonna touch you. Basically, my first idea was to make it look old and broken, so I did that. I gave it the massive damaged roof, massive damage in the front, like there's an attack here, and so on. I also want to kind of give a detail that I was gonna put like an unfinished wither, but I didn't want to destroy this, so this is the cool thing I did. The next thing I did was some auto generation techniques, which was I basically designed this entire lower area to look like if it were like a castle, which is supposed to be what it is, but I made it look like it's auto generated two different structures. Now I'll name both structures midway, so don't worry. The first structure is supposed to be the factory, and which at the very end, this is the coolest part about it, because it actually loops around over there too, which I will show that off first later. Now, to begin this, you can clearly see I put a bunch of branching paths, such as this one over here, this area over here, this area over here, just a bunch of branching paths, and it looks really cool from like a builder's perspective, but from a player perspective, it's kind of just the main detail. Now, to show this off, I made this like the storage room. This is basically like a storage building, but it got blasted. Like I said, everything is supposed to be designed to look like an auto-generated build, so I just want to do that. Also, I didn't finish off this. So if you see this, don't blame me, I just didn't finish it. Now, in general, I want to make it look like this was a castle, or not a castle, like a fortress. So, I made it have these barred windows and blackstone everywhere. You also can use these vines to pretty much climb up to areas if you don't want to use a staircase. Right over there. Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can walk around here. The first area, you can walk up the stairs here and enter this area, where you do vines and walk around here. It's pretty much simple, but I worked a lot on this detail, such as adding these destroy TNT eaters as the robots that would probably work here. As well as these abandoned, destroyed oh shit, I fell off the throat. Are you kidding me? I need to get up. As well as these abandoned, destroyed structures here, which, in truth, look really freaking cool, and I want to add more of them, but I don't want to overlap them. So, this is what I kind of ended up with building. Just layering on buildings and kind of showing that it looked like the ground tore apart. That was my whole plan for this. Now, the next area is like a factory, which my best guess probably another fortress would need a factory, because, I mean, you're in the nether. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna expect? You're not gonna expect anything. So, that's what I did. I basically built this old just by seeing where the ground level is, and kind of went on from there. It took me a long time to make this building as well, but it was worth it. Including the head that looks like it popped off and fell on the ground. I don't give a shit about him. He's fine. Okay. Now, the next area I want to show is I want to show that area. But, now there's some small areas too. You can also access this side by jumping off from this bridge onto the ground down here, or jumping off from up here, which I will show that later, as well as this. This is literally the one thing that took me a long time. Coordinating this build was hard. So, what is it? In the other fortresses, you have these massive columns that act as bridges. So, I want to put that in, and kind of rope it in with the factory feel of this area. So, instead, I made it look like rope using the grindstones and warped fences as a rope-like situation, as if it was pulling up this thing to continue the work. But the ropes are broken. You dingus. Exactly, the ropes are broken and no one can use them anymore. As well as all this, there are broken bridge parts here which you can use to hop into smaller areas. It worked. I can actually make it. Now, in general, this is an area I barred off because this leads to a whole new area, which I'm going to talk about maybe next video? Probably? I don't know. Yeah. Well, that's the cool part about that, right? You probably think, wow, that's a cool update. Is it over? Of course not, it's not over. It's not over because there's a lot of more stuff, a lot more, I can't speak shit. Okay, basically, there's a lot more stuff I added in. Let's begin. Now, if you look down here, I made it like another elevator shaft. Broken building as always, because screw it, I just love building destroyed build. I love to build this kind of stuff. In return, you see it has a lot of this quartz. And I'd imagine like another fortress would have people having mine tunnels and all of that, because how are you supposed to build if you don't have all the materials needed? So in return, I thought, why not make it? So I did. Now basically either climb down or just tank the damage. I don't care whichever one you do. As well as all this, I'm using this wood because it doesn't burn. Yes, warped wood, crimson wood does not burn. Which is the reason I'm using it, because why else would you use any type of wood or brick when you have wood that doesn't burn? So you turn to rope and you do stuff. As well as all this, I kind of added in the chains, which I don't like using, because for some odd reason, chains just look really cool. But at the very end, I used the soul lanterns here, and it looks cool. Now, you might be thinking, Kevin, there's slime blocks and honey blocks. Another mine shaft, yes. Now, instead, I thought I'd make this elevator completely unusable, so they had to put a ladder to get up. This is the reason why I built all of this, just for detail. And in return, let's see me make a quick getaway. You basically just slime the honey wall as a way to get down, and then you can basically jump off, and then you can basically survive the fall because of slime blocks, which is really cool. And to be fully honest, it took me a long time to figure this out. Okay, now that you made it, or we made to this part, welcome to the Nether Fortress version of that area. This is kind of like, the area over there is the more modern, but this is the more Nether Fortressy area. There's a lot of stuff I want to get over, so let's show you guys. Now first off is this. You saw it a couple minutes ago, but this leads all the way over to here. Basically all the areas interconnect, and I like that a lot. Now the next areas I want to show is, there's an area down here, an area up here. So let's show up here at first, and then I'll talk about what's down there and what's going on down there. So in return, this is a building, probably a library or a warden's office or something. And then you have a building down here, but it's completely broken with lava at the bottom. Now how do I get down here, you might be asking me? Simple. You go down the layers and you try and figure out which way to go without taking a lot of damage. Or falling in lava and dying. And that works too, I guess. You don't want to fall in lava and die. Okay? Okay. Now, in general, I thought this room would look... So, I need to reword this. This is a room that I want to build to make it look like it was overgrown. So, in return, what I did was I made it look with the nether brick all around here, and then I made it look like it was a power station because of the power cells, which are just sea lanterns with glass, and the second one is completely knocked over, yet still functional for some odd reason. And in return, I built this thing, an unfunctioning elevator, which... that's literally what it is. If I break down here, I tried doing redstone for this area and it didn't work. So, not functioning elevator. And in return, they need to put a ladder system to get up here. This is kind of how much work I put into building this. The next area is here, and this took me way longer than I expected. I want to kind of build, like, what if this place had an enchanting room, maybe a storage system, you know, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So, I did. I basically made it look like everything got destroyed, maybe some books and bookshelves got burned over time. You don't know. We don't know, really. So, in return, I did that. And it looks pretty cool because it looks like the actual building structure collapsed over time. The next area is here, and which is just a building with the roof collapsing into itself. And it looks like this from the outside, and I'd imagine if you saw this, you'd probably be skeptical to enter. The next area is here, and you can clearly see that I used the black polished stone, cracked polished black stone brick because I was lazy and I didn't know what to use. But it matches my armor. I like it. Now basically, this is just like a storage room. You would have like maybe food or potions or materials on barrels, because I mean barrels are clearly superior to chests because you can actually stack them. Like, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, they're superior. They're fully superior. Barrels are superior. Okay, I may be thinking, Kevin, how do I get up from this? I can't jump into lava. Now, don't worry. This broken building has a vine. You get the joke? Because it is a joke about vine and how it's dead. You know? How Twitch is actually good, but like how TikTok sucks. Yeah, let's continue. Alright. So, sorry about that intro. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to mention that I want to make it look like bone blocks are being used. You know, like maybe the people found bone blocks, destroyed them, and used them as building material. And that's what I did here. It looks pretty cool, to be fully honest. This was really obviously not the smartest, but it still works, I think. And then we have this area. Now, this area I wasn't planning on showing because it was just a random terrain bug that I was gonna call off, but you know what? Let's just show you anyway. You see this? This is a massive wall of vines. I'm gonna make it long. That'll do. Okay. Now, in return, my idea was to make a bunch of these bugged out terrain areas. You know, like how nether fortresses have those bugged out, maybe terrain and texture problems. In return, I want to kind of do that right here by putting these mistakes. This is my whole reason why I do this, because I want to make it look really cool. And in return, you can climb these back up to here. Yes, I was that lazy just to use vines. Get eaten! Okay, there we go, moving on. Basically, that's it. If you go back up here, you climb right back to the room where you start off in the elevator shaft. And that's mainly it, to be honest. Now, what else is there I want to show you? Well, there's a bit more. Now, if you come down to this area, which pretty obviously you always should explore your entire nether fortress because it looks cool, you notice that the nether fortress has these pillars. And I'm using this chiseled brick, nether brick. I think it's chiseled blackstone, chiseled nether bricks. Yeah, and it looks super dope. I actually like how they're like they're wither skeletons, and I like that a lot. And basically, going all the way down here, you'll clearly see that this is where that bridge was. Going to this area, you'll see a massive ruined building with bone blocks, I guess, for construction. And then you have this massive broken gap. Unless you have blocks to build, my best guess is you either go around and you go around there, or you go to that building to get there. And that's it. That's my attempt at making a better nether fortress. In the very end, this did take a couple weeks, so if you guys do like the video, smash that like button. It helps the channel out, and at the very most, I try my hardest to this is okay. I'm gonna cut the sappy shit. Okay, I'm gonna cut the sappy crap in general. If you guys like this video, smash like button, notifications on. If you enjoy my content, you should subscribe and notifications on. That's it. Now, I'm also have a video of if you guys sub to me, I will sub back. I am still doing that, and if anyone that subbed to me in the last 24 hours sees this video, say hi in the comments, and I will definitely give you a heart, because in the very end, I'm trying to get to 100 subs. We are close to 90. We are actually close, one more to 90, and I will do the games, I will say, such as Overwatch, because probably I will, and if you guys want me to see Overwatch, 100 to 90 subs. If I get 95 to 100 subs, I'll do that. I'm very hesitant on that, but yeah, I'll do it. Okay, screw it. Screw all that. I'll do it. Now, in the very end, I hope you guys liked this video. This build took me a very long time, about a week straight, couple weeks, week or more of just non-stop building. And this is not a copy and pasted build. You can look up this kind of build structure, but it will never show up because I built this. I freaking built this myself, guys. Also, if you guys like these guys, they're just, it's my little wither skeleton robots. These little wither skeleton TNT eaters. They should make a mod for that. I know that they have a TNT here, but they should make more TNT eaters. So, yeah. Also, this area, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Maybe I'll do something with this. Maybe I won't. I don't know exactly. Now, in the very end, I'm going to show you guys exactly what this area is, and I kind of show off the nether fortress in the beginning. So, yeah, that's it. Now, let me go back into my house and kind of go back to... This is really fun to do. This is a great video, to be honest, and I personally love the fact that this build took over like a couple weeks, but this is a cool looking build, especially with the dome itself. Now, all I can say is this is it. I'm ending the video here. There isn't much else I can do, and I'm not going to span it off for who knows how bloody long most videos are. 21 minutes, that's fine with me. That's perfectly fine. Okay? Cool. Now, like I said before, like, subscribe, notifications, all that. You guys don't have to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. It's not, you can unsubscribe later. That's it. Now, I'm going to end the video here. Peace out, guys. I'll see you next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.